And now please also welcome the founding chairman of Washington Robotics, Kevin Ross!
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. What I don't know about you, I think this event is going really well, and I really want to take this opportunity to thank all of the volunteers. This is running really smooth for a new event, trust us. So give them a big round of applause, will you? The program's gotten so big, I don't get a chance to go around to see every team anymore, and I really kind of miss that. So this is my big opportunity to spend time with you as a group. And this year I've been answering the same sort of questions over and over again. And I wanted to take an opportunity like this to give you a viewpoint I have on something. We talk a lot about engineering and science and technology, and we encourage you, if you are interested in that, to pursue that as a career. But realistically, most of you are not going to do that. And we just want you to realize that FIRST is actually much more than just that science and technology part. This is a program and an experience that's giving you life lessons that are going to really carry you a long way. We talk a lot about how proud we are of the people who got into MIT and the people who got into Cal Poly, and it turns out that's really a small fraction of everybody. And I'm going to try and coalesce a whole bunch of questions into one long answer. And the questions go something like this. I got started in FIRST late. I'm a senior. I think I blew my chance. Another great question that I hear is, I don't know what I want to do, right? This is a tough decision. You're 17. How do you know what you want to do? What is my passion? I don't know what that is. Another question is, I missed out on the scholarships. I don't know how I'm going to pay for all of this. And then just sort of the general feeling of, wow, I think I'm interested in all this, but I really don't know. And it's a very valid question, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And since mentorship involves leading by example, I'm now going to spend a couple of minutes and tell you about my educational background so that you understand. They tell me I'm probably considered a relatively successful guy, but I did not have the meteoric climb through college that you might have thought. So let me start with my high school years. I was the most mediocre student in the history of high school. I got two kinds of grades. I got A's and mercy D's, right? I got A's in what I liked, and I got D's in everything else. So when I graduated from high school, my goal was to be a cabinet maker, because I had like 14 shop classes my senior year, all A's, by the way. So I got out of high school right in the middle of a recession. Might sound a little familiar. Couldn't find a job as a cabinet maker. So then I wasn't planning on going to college, and so I started getting jobs. First job, dishwasher, Italian restaurant. Everybody should lick dishes for 1 quarter, huh? Nothing like going home smelling like garlic. I then worked on a fishing boat. I did a hot tar roofing job. I was a cider. I worked on decks, and I installed hot tubs, all in the span of about 6 months. Turned out none of those were my passion, and I did not succeed at any of them. So, but the things that I was interested in school were always sort of science and technology and building things. So I started college, and I got involved in theater. I was a theater major. Okay? Yay, theater. So I was a stagehand for about 5 years. About halfway through that, I realized I like theater, I like computers and science and technology, I like building things, I like planning things, and I like working with people. What career is that, right? So I had multiple passions in my life, and I treated them all equal. I mean, it's okay to have more than one passion in life. So I ended up going with the computer thing after realizing that even though I really liked theater, chances of my making a living at that were slim. So I had to do a little research. So I'm a strong believer in you can do whatever you put your mind to, but before you do that, think about it and put your mind to it, right? Because not all career paths are going to be equal. All right, so I spent 5 years at a community college doing all of the things that I should have done in high school. Then I went to the University of Washington. I got a degree in computer science, and then I worked at Microsoft from 1988 to 1996, back when it was a little teeny company, okay? So the reason I'm telling you all of this, some of you, and actually quite a few of you, have come into FIRST late, and you're not sure what your direction is. I encourage you to find community college, find trade school, find technical school, explore things, do things, figure out what it is that you are going to be passionate about. Please don't become an engineer because I told you to. Please become an engineer because you want to be. Please become a marketing person because you want to be. If you're thinking about the ologies, sociology, psychology, and many of the other ologies, a good way to determine if this is something you're passionate about is that when you go to Barnes & Noble, and you look at the magazine rack, do you stand there and go, oh, cool, a psychology magazine, I'm going to read that? Right? Some of you, I already know, you go in there and you go, hey, the computer magazines, I'm going to read every one of them, right? That's passion. So it is perfectly okay, especially for you graduating seniors, because it's coming up, it is perfectly okay at your graduation party to stand in front of everybody and say, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure it out later, right? "75% of you are going to change your major from the time you enter college to the time you leave." And by the way, I gave you the short version. I changed my major 5 times, so it took a while, all right? Does that make sense? So we have all of these volunteers here working on this. Please honor us by thinking about what it is that you want to be passionate about and find something that you are passionate about. And it might be multiple things, okay? But what we really want you to do is to love what you do and do what you love, because that's really how you are going to be successful, because nobody ever succeeded doing something they really didn't like, all right? With that, thank you all. We're going to have a really great day today, and this is going to be the most exciting contest I think the Washington State's ever seen. So have a good day.